According to my plan, the maid fights with the adventurer who has turned into a monster to attract its attention. Then, I jumped behind it and slashed its back with my sword. When I thought I had found the token of the evil god, I was suddenly attacked by it. After seeing me attacked, the maid was very angry and quickly rushed towards the monster. As the maid continued to fight against the monster, I leaned against a big tree with great discomfort. Just then, a familiar man walked up to me and successfully approached Aluca and inserted several silver swords into her body. However, Aluca not only did not suffer serious injuries, but also broke free from Anne's silver sword. Then, it quickly grew its body bigger and bigger, and extended countless bloody hands outward. It opened a large hole in its chest, and used blood to shape a new body inside. It also had countless blood spikes on its chest, extending outwards like vines, ready to attack Anne at any time. Aluca waved her hand lightly, and directed the bloody hands to launch an attack on Anne. It shouted loudly at her, "Master!" At this moment, Anne unfolded her wings formed by magical energy, and flew around Aluca. She gradually increased her flight speed to evade the blood spikes that were continuously surging toward her. The blood spikes that failed to attack Anne fell to the ground, making a loud noise and creating a large amount of dust. Aluca commanded the blood spikes on its body while speaking to Anne. "I love you." It gave Anne an evil smile, as if it could catch her in the next second, and deftly dodged its attacks several times by maneuvering around Aluca's body. Then, she quickly flew in front of Aluca. While Aluca hadn't started the next round of attack, and uttered a spell. "Silver, listen to my command." She extended her right hand, and summoned her magical energy. She used her magical energy to quickly create a silver giant spear. She looked at Aluca with serious eyes, and found a suitable attacking angle, and aimed at Aluca's body, and forcefully threw the long spear out of her hand. The silver spear flew towards Aluca's body at a very fast speed. Aluca's body was plunged into a huge long spear, causing a violent explosion. The loud explosion echoed throughout the entire forest. In an instant, a cloud of dust appeared on the surface of Aluca's body, and some blood splattered out. It seems that Anne's attack has had an effect, and flew below Aluca, and looked up at where it was injured. Some stones and blood kept falling from Anne's head. The dust quickly spread to other parts of Aluca's body, making it impossible for Anne to determine its current condition. And quietly observed below Aluca for a while. Then, Aluca's voice rang out from above her head. "You attack me with silverware. This is the most effective medium for eliminating evil spirits and demons. But unfortunately, these are ineffective for me, Master." And frowned slightly, and looked at Aluca with a serious expression. She did not express any opinion on this. According to what Aluca said, she seems to have guessed its current situation. After all, I am a god. Although there was some blood flowing from Aluca's head and body, it did not suffer very serious injuries. It separates some blood from its body, and directs it to condense in front of it. The blood slowly wrapped around the silver spear, thrown towards it and pulled it out. The silver spear gradually dissolved under the entanglement of blood. "Is that so?" At this moment, a familiar voice sounded above Aluca's head. Aluca turned her head and slightly widened her eyes, feeling a bit surprised. It saw Moan suddenly appear behind it. Taking advantage of Aluca's attention being drawn to Anne's attack, Moan activated his skills and quickly jumped over Aluca's head. He pulled out the sword from his waist and held it up to his head. He said to Aluca, "Take my Super Lightning Whirlwind Slash." Moan tightly grasped his sword and fiercely slashed towards Aluca's shoulder. Aluca wanted to extend its blood spikes behind it to attack Moan, but it was too late. In an instant, a very deep wound was slashed across its shoulder by Moan, and a large amount of blood gushed out. Moan secretly revealed a smile. According to his plan, while Aluca was distracted, he had to seize the opportunity to search for the token of the evil deity that had corrupted her. He said happily in his heart, "I chop it. The token should be." However, before Moan could begin searching for the token, Aluca quickly turned around and faced him. It smiled at Moan and said to him, "I have caught you, Mr. Moan." Moan was a bit surprised by the current situation. He didn't expect Aluca's reaction ability to be so fast. He couldn't dodge it quickly in that moment. Seeing Moan in danger, and felt very nervous, she reached out her hand in the direction where Moan was and shouted a spell. "Iron Defense." Aluca temporarily disregards the sword on its shoulder. It quickly moved in front of Moan and extended its hand, gathering a large amount of blood onto its palm. It punched Moan's abdomen very hard. At this moment, a portion of Anne's magical energy quickly flew to Moan and blocked Aluca's attack. However, Anne didn't have enough time to channel her magic into a shield for Moan. Moan was still attacked by Aluca and flew out. Moan flew a distance in the sky and immediately fell heavily to the ground. Due to the immense power of Aluca, the land and stones were shattered by Moan, and many small stones flew out. A very large amount of dust was raised on the ground. After sliding along the ground for a while, Moan gradually came to a stop by inertia. There were many cracked stones and clumps of soil piled up behind him. He has a lot of wounds on his arm. Due to severe injuries to his abdomen, he couldn't help but cough several times and spit out a mouthful of blood. Moan's head was constantly bleeding, and there were wounds of all sizes on his chest. Due to a head injury, he had to open only one eye and look ahead. A part of Anne's magical energy wrapped around him, and then slowly disappeared. He breathed lightly, feeling his body very uncomfortable. He covered his abdomen with one hand and whispered, "Damn it, is this the power of the evil god? If it weren't for Anne's protection, I would be dead now." At this moment, Aluca still had no intention of giving up on attacking Moan. It raised its hand and gathered a portion of the blood from its body into its palm, forming a very large sphere of blood. The volume of this blood sphere is getting bigger and bigger, even approaching the size of Aluca. It said to Moan, Do you think I haven't noticed you, Mr. Moan? Actually, I've been waiting for you. Aluca smiled calmly at Moan. It realized early on that Moan was secretly hiding in a corner and wanted to attack it. It is ready to face his attack.